windows down but barely air. Street signs blur and reappear. Signal lights reflecting chrome. Every turn feels halfway home. Radio static low and thin. Engine humming underneath. Your name's just quiet on my tongue, like something I don't want to speak. No sudden rush, just steady motion in my chest. We're moving through neon lines, city glowing soft and slow. Nothing loud, no warning signs, just somewhere we both know. Every mile rewinds the time. Soft reflections on the glass. No collision, no design, just moments sliding past. Bridges stretching over dark, headlights drift like distant sparks. Sidewalk echoes fade behind all the words we left unsigned. Dashboard lights and faded blue hands at 10 and 2 again. Every signal changing hue, like something that won't explain. No fireworks above the lane, just quiet current in the frame. We're moving through neon lines, city going soft and slow. Nothing loud, no warning signs, just somewhere we both know. Every mile rewinds like the time. Soft reflections on the glass. No collision, no design, just moments sliding past. Under overpasses, shadows breathing, then no promises declared. No need to defend. We're moving through neon lines, city going soft and slow. Nothing loud, no warning signs, just somewhere we both know. Taillights fading red, thumb breath in the dash. Engine low and steady as the skyline drifts past. The hallway hums in faded gold. Elevator wires singing low. Your jacket's folded on the chair, like something that refused to go. The clock is blinking to 13. Red numbers cutting through the dark. I trace the pattern on the floor. Same lines we walked in Central Park. Your perfume lingers in the air, not loud, just barely there, like static drifting through the room. Soft electricity we share. I turn the volume down again, let silence fill the space between. It's 2 a.m. and everything moves slow. Streetlight shadow sliding across the floor. No sudden sparks, no heavy glow, just quiet pulling me back for more. Your voice repeats in halftones underneath the traffic sound. Nothing loud, nothing overthrown, just gravity that keeps me around. The radiator starts to breathe, yeah, yeah. A rhythm steady as before. kitchen sink, cold tile beneath my palms once more. The city murmurs through the glass, tires rolling wet cement. Every passing set of headlights feels like something heaven sent. Your message still sits unopened, 3 words that never press send. I read the spaces in between and let the empty sentence bend. No fireworks above my head, no crashing waves of anything. It's 2 a.m. and everything moves slow. Streetlight shadows sliding across the floor. No sudden sparks, no heavy glow, just quiet pulling me back for more. Your voice repeats in halftones underneath the traffic sound. Nothing loud, nothing overthrown, just gravity that keeps me around. If I let the moment breathe, it settles in my chest. Not sharp, not bright, just press. The room still knows your shape in corners of the frame. No drama in the air, just echoes of your name. It's 2 a.m. and everything moves slow. Streetlight shadows sliding across the floor. No sudden sparks, no heavy glow, just quiet asking for a little more. The voice repeats in halftones underneath the traffic sound. Nothing loud, nothing overthrown, just gravity that keeps me around. Red numbers, 217. The hallway hums still low. I let the silence carry me where unfinished moments go. Headlights stretching thin and white, lines dividing left and right. Every mile behind the wheel feels like something half unreal. Billboards flicker overhead, words I almost wish you said. Exit signs in faded green, flashing what we might have been. No sudden turn, just something quietly returning, still in the rearview. Fading but not gone. Every passing street light keeps turning you on. Glass reflecting fragments of what we didn't say, still in the rearview, but never far away. Radio hums in low delay, static drifting through the gray. Hands steady at 70, but thoughts don't move with me. Bridges curve and silver lines, counting all the warning signs. Not collision, not regret, just unfinished silhouettes. No sharp breaks, just memory that softly wakes, still in the rearview. Fading but not gone. Every passing street light keeps turning you on. Glass reflecting fragments of what we didn't say, still in the rearview, but never far away. Under tunnel shadows, everything goes dim. Only engine rhythm and echoes pulling in.
missed calls I didn't catch. Signal fading mile by mile, static crawling through the dial. Your last words were half complete, cut off somewhere down the street. Now the silence fills the lane like unfinished sentences in rain. No sharp turns, just distance that slowly burns. Low signal on the line, your voice breaking into light. Somewhere between the signs, you disappear from sight. Nothing loud, nothing torn, just silence in between. Low signal on the line, and everything I didn't mean. Bridges humming overhead, streetlights flicker soft instead. Hands steady but my mind drifts where you're undefined. Rearview catching distant glow, every exit passing slow. Radio in muted tone, feels like driving here alone. No collision sound, just quiet spinning round. Low signal on the line, your voice breaking into light. Somewhere between the signs, you disappear from sight. Nothing loud, nothing torn, just silence in between. Low signal on the line, and everything I didn't mean. Yeah, yeah. Engine low, dashboard blue, miles ahead, no clear view. Engine low, dashboard blue, miles ahead, no clear view. Engine low, dashboard blue, miles ahead, no clear view. Engine low, dashboard blue, miles ahead. Low signal on the line, fading into white, still somewhere in my mind, driving through the night. Signal lost again, static turning thin, highway stretching out where we might have been. Through the dark, stretching further than the spark. Dashboard numbers glowing faint, every mile feels slightly bent. Mirrors catching passing beams, fragments drifting through the seams. Hands steady on the wheel, but nothing steady in the field. No red lights, just endless moving lights. Lane lines running under me, silver streaks and symmetry. Nothing loud, just gravity pulling through the memory. Every sound we passed before, still painted on the floor. Lane lines keeping time while I replay yours and mine. Ooh, ooh, yeah. While I replay yours and mine, yeah. Radio hums in low relief, half a song, half a belief. Bridges arching quiet curves, tracing where the silence swerves. Wind against the window frame, spelling out an unsaid name. Speed stays even, breathing slow, but thoughts refuse to go. No sharp sound, just distance all around. Ley lines running under me, silver streaks and symmetry. Nothing loud, just gravity pulling through the memory. Every sign we passed before, still painted on the floor. Lane lines keeping time while I replay yours and mine. Under tunnel lights, everything goes tight. Just engine tone and undertone. Lane lines running under me, still moving endlessly. Nothing breaking symmetry, just quiet intensity. White lines fading thin, highway pulling in, city rising slow. Where I
spark. Dashboard numbers glowing faint. Every mile feels slightly bent. Mirrors catching passing beams. Fragments drifting through the seams. Hands steady on the wheel, but nothing steady in the field. No red lights, just endless moving lights. Lane lines running under me. Silver streaks in symmetry. Nothing loud, just gravity pulling through the memory. Every sign we passed before, still painted on the floor. Lane lines keeping time while I replay yours and mine. Radio hums in low relief. Half a song, half a belief. Bridges arching quiet curves, tracing where the silence swerves. Wind against the window frame, spelling out an unsaid name. Speed stays even, breathing slow, but thoughts refuse to go. No sharp sound, just distance all around. Lane lines running under me. Silver streaks in symmetry. Nothing loud, just gravity pulling through the memory. Every sign we passed before, still painted on the floor. Lane lines keeping time while I replay yours and mine. Under tunnel light, everything goes tight. Just engine tone and undertone. Lane lines running under me, still moving endlessly. Nothing breaking symmetry, just quiet intensity. Lines running under streaks in symmetry. Every sign I passed before, still painted on the floor. Lane lines keeping time. Green letters glowing ahead, counting what was never said. Side mirrors catching red from tail lights that slowly spread. You don't look, you just drive. City shifting left to right. Every silence still alive in the middle of the night. No raised voice, just distance by choice. Between exit signs and lines, we keep moving side by side. No sudden turns tonight, just letting moments slide. Every mile rewinds what we left behind between exit signs. You and I, yeah. Dashboard painted pale and blue, half a thought that never grew. Windows down but barely air, something unfinished there, yeah. Engine humming under conversation, no destination, just rotation. Hands attending to hesitation, radio low, no explanation. Streetlights pass like punctuation, short sentence, no declaration. Nothing shattered, nothing broken, just space between what wasn't spoken. No fast lane, no acceleration, just navigation without persuasion. Citywide but still confined, somewhere in a state of mind. Exit signs and lines, we keep moving side by side. No sharpened turns tonight, just letting silence ride. Every mile rewinds what we left behind between exit signs, still alive.
dashboard glowing pale and blue, highway stretching into view, white lines pulling left and right, cutting through the edge of night. Radio in distant tone, half a verse then undertone, streetlights drifting overhead, marking what we never said. Hands steady, breathing slow, letting everything just go. Nothing sudden in the air, just something almost there. No race sound, just distance all around. Ooh, and dashboard blue on my face, silver moving lines, every mile resets the pace. Somewhere between the signs, no collision, no reply, just headlights passing through. Dashboard blue tonight, keeping things in view. Mirrors catching red and white, blurring into single light. Exit numbers flashing green, fading somewhere in between. Wind against the window frame, carrying an unnamed name. Engine low beneath the tone, still but not alone. No heartbreak, just silence wide awake. Yeah. Oh, dashboard blue on my face, silver moving lines, every mile resets the pace. Somewhere between the signs, no alarms, no design, just distance stretched in view. Dashboard blue tonight, running through. Everything delayed, nothing loud, nothing proud. Dashboard blue on my face, stillness in the lines, every mile leaves a trace, but nothing undefined. Blue fades into gray, highway bends away, dashboard dimming low, let it go. Let it go. Yellow lights across the hood, painting metal into wood. Windows cracked but barely air, something hanging there. Rearview holding passing beams, breaking into separate streams. Hands resting on the wheel, letting everything just feel. No rush in the lane, just steady in the frame. Bridges stretching low, where the quiet goes, yeah. No loud sound, just turning around. Under yellow lights, everything slows down. Lines on the ground, don't make a sound. No sudden change, no need to explain. Under yellow lights, it stays the same. Radio in faded tone, half a word then undertone. Exit signs in muted green, somewhere in between. Mirrors catching red from the cars ahead. Nothing sharp or bright, just movement in the night. Heartbreak, just space away. Under yellow lights, everything slows down. Lines on the ground, circle around. No collision, no design, just silver and white. Under
Glass reflecting passing beams, breaking into scattered streams. Windows holding city air, something quiet resting there. Hands steady at the wheel, letting distance slowly heal. Ooh, no rush in the frame, no one left to blame. Bridges stretching thin where the night begins. No race to home, just space alone. Rearview silence on my face, silver moving lines. Every mile resets the pace, somewhere in between the signs. No alarms, no sudden sound, just shadows passing through. Rearview silence now, holding on to you. Holding on to you. Radio and muted gray, half a verse that fades away. Exit numbers blinking slow, pointing where I'll go. Streetlights leaning side to side, city slipping out of sight. Engine humming low, steady undertow, no sharp end, just where we end. Rearview silence on my face, silver moving lines. Every mirror draws the space, left behind the signs. No collision, no design, just distance wide and new. Rearview silence now, running through under overpass shade. Everything delayed, no flare, just there. Rearview silence on my face, city turning small. Every mile leaves a trace, but doesn't call. Red fades into blue, nothing left to prove. Rearview silence, let it move. Let it move. Let it move.
Exit sun and muted green, flashes past the windshield screen. Didn't turn, just let it fade. Stayed inside the lane I made. Dashboard casting quiet blue, every mile pulling through. Radio in half a tone, low enough to feel alone. No rush in the air, just something sitting there. Not too fast, not too slow, let the headlights lead the road. Late exit still in line, silver stretching out in time. Every mile redesigns what I leave behind. No hard turn tonight, just white lines inside. Late exit still feels right. Overpass and concrete gray, holds the echo of the day. Windows crack but barely win, carrying what stayed within. Taillights fading red, nothing more to be said. Engine steady low, letting everything just go. No sharp end, just where we end. Late exit still in line, silver stretching out in time. Every mile rearranges unfinished lines. No alarm, no sign, just distance in the light.
all behind. Every mile simplifies what I couldn't find. Green fades to gray, highway slips away. Engine breathing low, yeah, yeah. Let it go.
White lines fading under wheels, city slipping out of view. Hey, hey, hey. Street lights thinning into fields, everything feels new. New. Radio in lower tone, half a verse and then it's gone. Hand steady on the chrome, driving on. No sharp turn, no lesson left to learn. White lines fade behind, stretching out in time. Every mile rewinds what was on my mind. No sudden change tonight, just motion in the light. White lines fade out of sight. Ooh, yeah. Billboards blurred in passing gray, windows holding air. Ooh, engine hum beneath the day, nothing left to compare. Yeah, mirrors catching red and gold, slowly losing hold. Exit signs and muted green, somewhere in between. No loud sound, just distance all around. White lines fade behind, silver into white. Every mile aligns with the quiet night. No alarms, no design, just moving through. White lines fade into a low horizon line, dashboard light in time. Nothing more to say, just highway. White lines fade behind, city growing small. Every mile redefines nothing at all. White lines thin, night pulls in, engine low, let it go. White lines fade, night pulls in, engine low, let it go.
Overhead panels flicker white, glass collecting broken light, numbers drifting out of frame without a name. Radio reduced to tone, almost speaking on its own. Hands balanced at the rim, edges growing thin. Speed stays level, breath stays settled. Overhead markers passing slow, lines divide the undertow. Every mile rearranges unfinished pages. Concrete under steady weight, signals hesitate. Overhead markers sliding through. Exit codes dissolve to gray, letters bending out of shape. Rearview fractures red ahead. Windows holding tempered air, pressure layered there. Engine under skin, low within. Yeah, panel signals blur, numbers shift, overpass lift, grid lines fold into cold. No headline motion, just proportion and stay steady already. Sequence of white, cut by light, nothing declared, just lay it overhead. Markers passing slow, segments start to flow. Every mile repositions, unspoken decisions, concrete under steady weight. Signals hesitate, overhead markers through. Tunnel hum compressed and reduced to less. Breathing in under skin, overhead markers dim to red. Fragments overhead. Every mile recalculates what accelerates. White to gray, shift away. Yeah. Panels sliding overhead, numbers blinking red. Overpass shadows bend, concrete without end. Radio reduced to tone, speaking on its own. Hand steady on the rim, lines growing thin. Yeah. White marks cut the surface, headlights draw the curve of every signal flickers, but none of them serve. Dashboard pulsing rhythm, speed set to decision. Bridges stacking layers, grid line precision. No fast lane moment, no headline focus, just measured components in motion. Mirror split in red into thread, thoughts half set, stay ahead. Panels passing over, sequence getting closer. Oh, letters breaking shape, recalculate. Not accelerating, just navigating. Overpass figures flow, rearrange below. Every mile redefines unwritten lines, unwritten lines. City blocks thinning, engines humming, nothing stunning, just running. Concrete columns rise, reflected in the eyes. No surprise in the lines. Rearview fracture light, breaking into white segments, aligning in time. Ooh, no explosion, no commotion, just motion in proportion. And hands at the wheel, steady already. Pulse heavy, but ready. Markers fade to gray, slip away. Nothing to replay, just a layer. Overpass figures flow, segments come and go. Yeah. Every mile overlays unspoken phrases. Every mile overlays unspoken phrases. Every mile overlays unspoken phrases. Just delay. Overpass figures flow, segments come and go. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Ooh, hey, hey, hey. strip dividing lanes, white paint cracking into veins, static clinging to the glass from signals that don't last. Overhead the numbers tilt, bridges layered steel on sill, dashboard breathing amber slow, temperature below. Hands balanced at the seam between machine and dream. No increase, no release, just pressure finding shape. Hey, hey, hey. Median strip in the middle of the road, holding what neither side could hold. Every mile subtracts the weight without debate. Hey, hey, hey. Median strip under passing beams, cutting through unfinished schemes. Nothing claimed, nothing named. Exit letters losing form, wind compressing, air still warm. Rearview fractures red to dust, signals built on rust. Billboards flicker half erased, promises misplaced. Engine tone beneath the ribs, minimal erase. Concrete symmetry, measured velocity. Panels above in sequence, minimal frequency. Grid lines fold inward, white mark splinter. Mirrors hold tension, unentered center. No collision point, just disjoint. Segments repointed, voices anointed. Underpass hum, a steady sum, nothing to overcome, just become. Hands at the axis, traffic in practice. Edges collapse into maps. No climax scene, no routine, just what's between. Unseen, median strip, fixed and thin, holding everything within. Every mile recalibrates what accelerates. Median strip beneath the frame, separating form from name. Nothing crossed, nothing lost. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Steel above, breathe enough air, confined between the lines. Median strip, center line, parallel design. Every mile reduces noise into choice. Traffic crawling thin, windows holding river wind. Queensboro in light this gray morning, tucked inside the day. Delancey lights and amber rose, subway under orchard slows. Brooklyn bound on Atlantic, concrete turning cinematic. Bridges stitch the dark to dawn, street by street we're carried on. Eastbound over water lines, steel and sodium signs. Every buried draws the shape of what was mine. Eastbound under skylines, parallel designs. From Harlem down to Battery, your echo runs with me. Commonwealth and Beacon rain, brick and ivy holding stain. South Station breathing steam, harbor splitting like a seam. On the Overpass Bedford Ave, footsteps under overpass. Jersey lights across the span, threads I still can understand. Crossing out a Tribeca, tires hum like a mantra. Canal Street, numbers scatter, nothing needs to matter. Story over Queensbridge steel, let us turn unreal. Beaky and repetition position, concrete intuition, mass pike stretching west exit signs compress. Providence in the rear view, salt air cutting through from Newark over Pulaski. Headlights move elastic, turnpike lanes in sequence, measured consequence. No postcard scene, just asphalt between city to city and code along the I-95 road. Eastbound under overpasses, river glass and passing masses. Every mile reorganizes, unfinished compromises. Eastbound through the grid where the harbor winds are hid from Manhattan to Back Bay. You don't just fade away. Under steel and stone, nothing stands alone. Coordinates align in time. Hey, out eastbound through the span, every place I ran carries what it gave, like a wave. Yes, eastbound. River to bay, to gray, eastbound. River to bay, to bay, eastbound. Stay. Last indicator fades, cabin light delayed. Nothing left to chase, just space. Highway thinning into gray, markers drift away. Mirrors holding final red. Then instead, open stretch without a sign, no dividing line. Engine under lower tone, steady alone. No direction, no correction, just reflection. After the last exit sign, road becomes a line. Every mile dissolves into design. After the last exit sign, nothing left to define. Only air and time align. Service lights behind the bend, county borders end. Bridges no longer appear, surface clear. Windows carrying cool air, weight no longer there. Speed reduced to breath underneath. White lines gone, still drawn. Hands on engine home. No headline, no sign, just spine up the line. Breathe in, breathe out, no route, no doubt. After the last exit sign, everything unwinds. Every mile resigns what was confined. After the last exit sign, road without a spine. Nothing left behind, just time. Steel to sky, gray to light. Nothing else, nothing after the last exit sign, every mile fades without a sign. Cabin light off, engine soft. After the last exit said enough. stop, coffee paper thin, receipt curling in the wind. Northbound lanes and steady rows, brake lights flicker, traffic slows. Overhead the green signs lean, counting names in fading sheen. Clouds hang low above the span, miles folding back again. Toll booths blinking red, something left unsaid. Turnpike weather on the glass, headlights sliding as we pass. Every mile rearranges what the silence changes. Turnpike weather, shifting sky, still against the Hudson side. Nothing asked, nothing tried. Jersey lines in parallel, radio half a spell. Gas station sodium glow, faces we don't know. Underpasses breathing hum, trucks in measure rhythm drum. Exit numbers counting down to another town. Gardens stay in the mirror, letters getting thinner. Service plaza flicker, late night dinner. Route 9 bending, East City never sleeps. Bridges arch in sequence, concrete keeps. Providence rain on chrome, never really home. Port Authority ceiling, echoing tone. Baltimore harbor wind, cold against the skin. Grid lines draw a pattern from where I've been. I-95 repetition, precision, transmission, division. No postcard shine, just borderline between the state lines and what's mine. Turnpike weather on the hood, rolling through the neighborhood. Every mile recalculates unopened gates. Turnpike weather, low and wide, cities moving side to side. Nothing forced, nothing denied. Over river span, state to state we ran. Coordinates remain in the rain. Turnpike weather in the air, county lines everywhere. Every mile leaves a trace in its place. Brake lights thin, night rolls in. Turnpike weather within. Highway lines blur into distance. Gas station light flickers behind. Radio humming in low tension. Windows cracked to cool the night. Street signs pass without asking. Billboards fade in the rear view. Nothing chasing, nothing pressing, just the road and engine's truth. Hey, hands steady on the steering, breath sinking with the lane. City noises disappearing, no need to explain. After the last exit sign, I don't rush the quiet. Let the engine hum in time, let the silence guide it. No destination glowing, no voices in the air, just movement slowly flowing like it's meant to be there. Parking lots almost empty, storefront lights turning low. Footsteps echo gently across the painted yellow. Phone screen lights up briefly, then fades without a sound. Nothing urgent calling, nothing pulling me around. dashboard. Speed stay steady, never pushing, radio static drifting. No need for fireworks, just night air lifting. After the last exercise,